Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Hope you had a good Xmas and a good new year. If you hear a slight tremor in my voice, it's because I'm still recovering from a few weeks spent deep within the jaws of a masterpiece. Today, we're diving headfirst into what I am confidently calling the new king of open world survival horror, Dying Light: The Beast. I ran this on PC at max settings, and folks, I'm here to tell you that Techland has not just met the standard, they have fundamentally rewritten the blueprint. Let's get into it. Minor spoilers ahead. Let's start with the spectacle. The graphics are absolutely stunning. Techland has somehow pushed the envelope graphically, creating a game world with an almost oil painting-like quality in its detail. But more importantly than the raw fidelity is the feeling of the world. The massive new area, Castor Woods, feels genuinely lived in and deeply hostile. It's an environmental masterclass. We're not just talking about another generic urban sprawl. The map is incredibly varied. You have the dense urban feel of Old Town, perfect for tight technical parkour, the terrifying sprawling thick woods, the murky oppressive swamps that swallow you down and demand caution, gritty industrial areas, and of course, the claustrophobic pitch black caves where your flashlight barely cuts the gloom. The lighting model deserves high praise also. The ambient occlusion and volumetric fog in the morning hours coupled with the rain-slicked city streets create a mood that is unmatched. This isn't just a world, it's a terrifying, beautiful ecosystem. The core Dying Light loop of traversal and violence has never been better or more responsive. The parkour is finally freed from training wheels. I especially appreciate the game's attempt to largely do away with the infamous yellow line markers, forcing you to actually read the geometry of the environment. You're forced to calculate your route using every corner, drainpipe, and rooftop edge. This makes the successful traversal of a complex structure feel earned and incredibly fluid. But the combat is also a masterpiece. It is visceral, weighty, and absolutely brutal. The all-new gore system is something the likes of which has never been seen before. It's not just particle effects, it's a terrifying physical simulation. Every chop, bludgeon, and shot feels impactful and horrifyingly realistic, with specific bone breaks, deep lacerations, and actual physics-based dismemberment. Landing a perfect charge swing from a heavy sledgehammer is a pure, horrifying adrenaline rush, and it solidifies the fact that this game is a true melee-focused title. Now, we have to talk about the biggest mechanical shift in the series, the Beast upgrade system. Since we're playing as Kyle Crane again, his viral human hybrid nature is no longer just a plot point, it's a gameplay pillar. When you trigger your Beast mode, the game shifts into a power fantasy. You can tear through a pack of volatiles that would have previously been a death sentence. It feels earned and incredibly satisfying. The skill tree for the Beast form allows for some great build variety. You can focus on primal agility to clear the map in seconds, or Beast strength to turn Crane into a literal tank. It adds a layer of role-playing game progression that feels more impactful than just more health or more stamina. The waiting game, because the Beast form is so powerful, the cooldowns can feel punishingly long. If you waste your gauge right before a boss encounter or a night pursuit, you're back to being a squishy human, which can lead to some frustrating wait around moments. At times, the system feels almost too strong though. Once you've leveled up your Beast traits, some of the tension of the survival horror can vanish. As you know, you have a get out of jail free card in your back pocket. It's a fine line between feeling like a legend and feeling like a cheat code. Although the power fantasy, it wins over. And then there's the night. Forget what you knew from the previous games, the night in the Beast is the most terrifying it has ever been, and I mean that in the best, most pants-wetting way possible. Nighttime is now an exponentially greater threat, not just a harder version of the day. The new updated viral tyrants are the star of the show. They pour out of doors, sewers, and tree lines with relentless, almost impossible aggression, initiating desperate, heart-stopping chase sequences. The field of view shifts, the heavy breathing of the protagonist, and the relentless screaming of the volatiles combine to create an incredible pressure cooker. Crucially, the game makes it clear, at night, you are prey, and it never lets you forget it. They have perfected the horror side of the survival horror equation. The narrative here is surprisingly deep. It was a solid, gripping story that admittedly was beginning to fall a little flat around the midpoint, feeling a little too much like a standard fetch quest. However, that all changed with a huge character reveal in the final act. I won't spoil it, but it expertly connects this game directly to the lore of the very first installment, paying off years of fan theories, a moment that genuinely sent chills down my spine. Then there's a specific story section near the end, the massacre at the GRE outpost, that truly catapults the main villain, the Baron, into the absolute evil tier, solidifying them as one of the best, most maniacal antagonists in the entire franchise's history, all in one scene. This is now the story of a universe, not just a city. My personal highlight, the thing that truly elevates this game from great to exceptional, is the soundtrack. The artist Paweł Blazczak, who scored the original Dying Light, has delivered a phenomenal score. The theme work throughout the entire game is amazing, but listen closely. There is a particular similar recognizable 4-note sequence from Dying Light 2 that is now expertly woven through nearly every new song and dramatic moment. It's a genius move. This establishes a singular, cohesive musical identity for the entire universe, tying the disparate games together and making the whole experience feel unbelievably cinematic and powerful. When the dust settles and the credits roll, Dying Light as a franchise is now looking very, very different. The stage is perfectly set. We now have the confirmed emergence of metahumans or viral hybrids, infected with genuine organized intellect and planning, about to take on the militaristic GRE corporation. The music, the heavy lore drops, the final post-credit scene, it all sets up a proper Dying Light universe, with established heroes and a complex, morally grey future looking very likely. I was a huge fan of the prior games. Dying Light 2 was a little shaky, but it did course correct. But the Beast knocks it into a home run. This is an exceptional AAA game that I absolutely loved and easily spent over 80 hours in. Dying Light the Beast is a must-play. It is a terrifying, beautiful and mechanically superior title that sets a brand new benchmark for the genre. Go get it now. Techland is well known for supporting these games with plenty of free content, and already a new game plus and more unlockables have been added already. What did you think of Dying Light the Beast? Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and happy gaming. See you next time.